Hi, and welcome back to Microsoft Office tutorials. Now we're moving on from Microsoft Word into Microsoft PowerPoint. Um, I'm going to be updating this quite a bit, so if you do want something more on Word or any of the other programs, just send me a message and I'll make sure to get a video of it just to explain things to you. Alright, so this is Microsoft PowerPoint 2010. As you can see, it's a pretty simple layout. You have in the middle the current slide that's selected, click that title, so it's just blank at the moment. Then you have your slides on the left, and here you can click outline, and it gives you a basic outline, although no, excuse me, although since you only have one slide, it's not going to show much. And then very similar to Word, we're going to have the toolbar at the top. The toolbar, again, is just to all the options, like if you wanted to change the font, add shapes, insert pictures, and all that stuff. So just going to go through that now. So on the home page, this is the one that you'll be using a lot. You have new slide. This is a very important thing. New slide. The quick way to do it is Control M. So you're just going to click that, and then as you can see, it just pops in a new slide, which you can see here and on the outlines. So it just pops in a brand new blank slate, which you can edit and put whatever you want on it. And then we have things such as layout, reset, section. We're not going to be worrying about those today. And then you have font. For example, when we select font, then these will open up. So if you can see, when we've clicked on nothing, then this is all going to be blacked out because it won't actually be editing anything. To use the font, we actually have to select on some text. And then you can see how it comes up here. Exactly the same as Word. You have the font size, bold, italics, underline, cross out. And yeah, and this is a new one. Text shadow. This just literally does what it does what it says. It adds a shadow behind it. As you can see, there's a tiny shadow behind it. Doesn't really add all that much, but it's cool, I guess. So you can see the difference there. Off, on, off, on, off. I amused myself. Alright, and here, of course, you have the paragraph options again. This is the same as in Word. I'll show you what it does. So it just aligns it to one side. So you have left, middle, right, centered. Yes, justify, sorry. So we're just going to have it on center. That's the one you normally use for Microsoft PowerPoint. And then you have columns, text direction. For example, if you want it to look different and obscure, then we can rotate it, and yes. Or we can make it look really spread out. There's more options. You're not going to be using that too much. And then you have the shapes. So for example, if you wanted to make an arrow or a stick figure, like I used to do when I was in primary school because I was a cool kid, bear with me. Yes, okay. So yeah, shapes, you can just use them if you want to add some sort of visual aspect to your PowerPoint presentation or anything else like that. It's just a nice thing to have there. You're probably not going to be using it too much, so I'm just going to delete that. And arrange. So if you do have shapes, I'll show you how this works. So you have a square and a circle. As you can see right now, the circle is in front of the square. If you wanted to change this, we click on it, we go arrange, send to back, send to front, or send backwards, send forward. So bring to front brings it to the very front, bring forward brings it one step forward. The only difference is one is used when you have more than two shapes there and you want to make it more specific. So we're just going to delete them again. And then you go insert, very similar to Microsoft Word. You have pictures, clip arts, photo albums, shapes like we used. You can put charts in there as well. So the same, we select a chart, we go OK, and then this will pop up with chart and Microsoft Excel, which you can learn how to use in some of my other tutorials. So we're just going to close that for now and delete the graph. So a new thing is video or audio. So if you wanted to put a video into your PowerPoint presentation, then all you would have to do is go video, select a video from a file, and then you would just find a certain video. For example, one of my tutorials. So you can just stick that in there, and when you run the slideshow, it will play. There we go. We go click. Hopefully this will load. Sometimes it takes a little bit long to just load the actual video in PowerPoint itself. So just gonna leave that for now. And as you can see, when you insert a video, so it's worked, and that's pretty much what it is. It just inserts videos into, it's pretty self-explanatory. So we're just going to delete that for now. And then you have audio, same thing. If you have an audio file, you can just pop it in there and it'll play. Excuse me. And you have design. Okay, this is a new one to Microsoft PowerPoint. It wasn't in Word. Design is to change the appearance of your PowerPoint slide. So as you can see here, when we go through them, it just pretty much changes the selected slide. and it adds a theme for all the other slides throughout. For example, if you like this one, this would be the opening slide, and then it just gives a nice little background to all the ones after it. So I'll show you if you go new slide beside me. So yeah, all the ones after keep the same one, and the individual one at the front is different. So then we can go through them. Some change them more than others. Some are very basic, some are very fancy, if you like that. And as you can see, there's actually quite a few to scroll through. So personally, I think I like this one. Ignore that. So we're just going to keep this here now. So yes, and then design, you also have colors. If you want to change the color, it just changes the theme. So civic, clarity, it just change. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. And then fonts, again, we can change the fonts of everything in there. And effects. I'm not going to be using effects from here, but they're just a nice thing to have, just in case you want to make things a little bit more fancy. And here we have transitions. Alright, transitions is from slide to slide. So, if you click on these, duration apply to all. What this is going to do is this is going to change it. So when we actually show the presentation itself, it's going to change it. So if you go preview, that's what it's going to look like. So if you go split, so they're just all the different ways that we can change it to make it look a little bit more interesting rather than bland slide, 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 slide. Needs to go, but yeah, that one is pretty awesome. We're going to keep that one. Alright, and then we can change it if you want to add a nifty little sound effects like applause, why not? Chime, cash register, yeah, it's just more things to add. So we're just going to keep no, we're going to keep the duration, apply to all. Advanced slide on mouse click or after. So this is to determine when you want to go to the next slide. Typically you're going to do it on mouse click or on keyboard stroke for like space or something. So it just says if you're on mouse click, if you want to go to the next slide, you click. Or you can have it automatically slide so you don't actually have to click anything, it'll automatically do it. However, you have to be pretty well timed, otherwise it will go forward without you. Or you'll be sitting there waiting for the next slide. And here we have more animations. So we're not really going to use these right now, just because, yeah. Animations is if you have a certain bit of text and you wanted that to look awesome. So for example, float in. Yeah. It's like, it's pretty much transitions for a certain bit of text or a certain picture. So yeah, you can see all the different ones here. There's actually quite a few. And yeah, so we're not really going to bother worry about that now. Then you have the slideshow itself. So we're going to go back to this in a little bit. Then you have review, spelling again, if you want to make sure that your presentation is grammatically correct. Translation, if you want to translate something for some reason, I guess, then you can do that. And you comment as a comment about this section. So you can say, this is awesome. If you want to add comments, if you want to like personally just go over your thing and add little footnotes to it, then sure, why not? And then you can just go, I'm just going to delete that now. And then view, okay, so these are the different views that we can use. You remember the views, how you had like print preview, drafts and everything? It's the same for here, they're just a little bit different. So you have normal, slide pointer, so we can just see all of them. Notes page, so we can see the thing, and then notes underneath it. So this is the first slide. It says hello. Why not? And then reading view, which puts it into the slide, and then you can go through and just read everything. So we're going to get out of that for now. Then we go back to normal. So as you can see, going from the notes page, this is just an expanded section of this down here. So you can see I type into one, it shows up in the other. Then you have zoom, fit to window, color. If you like black and white, why not? And then add-ins. This is just if you've downloaded something. For example, my recording, the program I used to record, it adds little add-ins to PowerPoint, which I'm using right now. And so yeah, I'm just going to show you how the slide works. So slide 1, slide 2, sorry. Slide 3, cake. So what we're going to do here is to preview it, or just to start your slide, down the very bottom here, you can click on the little grill looking thing. I think that's meant to be projector sliding down, but I prefer it to be a barbecue, because who doesn't like barbecue? Or we can either go slideshow, and then from beginning, from current slide, so from the beginning, if we're just clicking here, it'll automatically start from the beginning, or from current slide, the slide you're already on right now. And then you can go rehearse timings, record slideshow, all this kind of stuff, and show on primary monitor or secondary monitor. That's just if you have more than one monitor hooked up like I do right now. So we can go from beginning. So there's the effect I showed you, and if you just click to advance it, we can have the little nifty hello thing I put in there, and then we click again, and it goes into the next slide. And again, and if we want to advance it, we just click, and it instantly goes there. So click is pretty much advancement in it. And so yeah, we haven't really added much more, so there's nothing else to say. So that is a basic overview of Microsoft PowerPoint 2010. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. If you have a suggestion on another video that you would like to see on my channel, please just leave a comment below and I'll make sure I get back to you. If not, I'll just make it and throw it up on here. So yeah, and as always, have a nice day.